Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well. It's mid-November 2024 and we have a very interesting addition to DCS. That is dynamic cargo logistics as it relates to transport helicopters. In a nutshell, what that means is we can move finite logistics from node to node manually. So let's go and set a mini mission up just to show it off. So two bases down here close to each other because I want to make it quick. Tbilisi here, let's make that blue. And Vaziani here, let's make that blue as well. Now we want to change the logistics in each base, so click on Tbilisi first and full info. This shows you what logistics are at the base. As standard, unlimited munitions is ticked on. That means there are always infinite munitions and you can't add or take away from those munitions per se. So we're going to remove that and turn it to finite munitions. As well as that, to do dynamic cargo / logistics, we need to enable that in the various bases. So this base, dynamic cargo, must now be turned on. Next, we're going to just remove everything from this base and just clear it out in terms of equipment. So equipment there. We can either type a number in there and fill column, and that changes all of them, or you can just clear it all down to 0. So we're going to add some missiles back in. Let's just say 10 AMRAAM-Cs. This base now has 10 AMRAAM-Cs. And cross that off. And Vaziani here, where we'll be taking the cargo to. Let's go in there. Let's go full info. Again, unlimited munitions off, dynamic cargo on, and we're just going to remove all of the equipment. So we now have two bases with finite logistics, dynamic cargo turned on. This has 10 AMRAAMs only. This has nothing at all. Next, we need to move those AMRAAMs manually. So we can do it with transport helicopters. Any helicopter that can carry cargo within the helicopter, like say a CH-47, or any helicopter that can sling load cargo, like the CH-47, like the Huey, like the Mi-8, like the Mi-24, and probably others that I can't remember. To keep it simple, we'll just do a CH-47. So place helicopter there, choose CH-47. It doesn't matter what task we put it, and let's put it on the ground, hot, and let's give it a steer point where we're going to there. Welcome in. We're now in our Chinook at the base with the AMRAAMs. So the first thing we need to do, because we're going to be taking cargo inside, is of course lower our ramp. That is modelled. So in this case, left shift and golf. Speed that up a bit. Left shift and golf again. Keep pressing it until our ramp is all the way down. Then we're going to go to our rearmament menu. And we're going to go to add cargo to the helicopter. And we're going to go to add a new cargo. This links to the base's logistics, and you can see there are 10 AMRAAM-Cs in stock. How many do we want to load? We can change that there, and of course I want to take 10. In what container do we want to take them in? And we can choose the container here, but it's safe just to have ammo most of the time. We can also rename it to Caps AMRAAMs. We can also add jet fuel, gas, methanol and diesel if we want. Just note that the weight of these crates is modelled, and so there will be limits, so you can't just take 1,000,000 AMRAAMs obviously. Okay, let's add that. What I've done is now added it to my load of cargoes here, and if I look back, there's my crate. Right, now we need to load it into the helicopter, and I think we're going to experience a small bug now. Let's just try it. So we're going to try loading that. Oh, it worked fine. And that's going to be inside the helicopter. Now we can cross that off, and we can cross that off, and there we go. There's our crate. And I think there's a limit to the number of crates we can have. What's that, Matrix?
I think it's 4, but it may depend on the size of the cargo. There is another note. You can't sling load containers that are too big. So if you try and take an ISO container, you have to sling load it. It won't go inside.
Yeah, it compares the internal volume of the helicopter to the cargo and won't let you load the cargo.
Remembering it loads back to front. So whatever you've got at the back end of the ramp will come off first off the ramp. So if you're loading multiple things and you're going to say 3 different bases, you want things going off first. That has to be loaded on last.
This is getting ultra realistic, guys. Okay, left control and golf to put our guy up here. Right, and then all you need is an excellent helicopter pilot, viewers, which we don't have today, so I'll have to do, and off we go. Our important 10 AMRAAMs, and you can start seeing how cool this feature is now. Imagine you have a big multiplayer server with several bases, or is it only full airports, guys, or can it be done to FARPs and stuff like that? I'd imagine so, right?
Can be done to parts, yes.
So imagine all these different nodes, I'll call them logistics nodes, that need to constantly be supplied with missiles and fuel for the operation to work. I mean, it's kind of crazy, right? And also, as well as that, the carrying aircraft can now be vulnerable, can't they? So I could be full of valuable, I don't know, fuel, and I get shot down, and that means it's going to affect the campaign, because, and it's going to all be modelled now, because I can't get the fuel to the thing, right? I mean, it's kind of crazy. In terms of where I park at the runway, at the airfield, it doesn't matter. I just need to be within the black perimeter, right, guys?
Airfield capture zone.
Is that the big black circle on the map?
Correct.
Roger, alright, let me do it.
You don't want to park the crates on any of the manoeuvring areas where they might have people run into them.
Roger, I'm trying not to crash. Right, so you're saying they've got physical models and they can get hit?
That is correct, yes.
That was my first attempt at a rolling landing and it did not go well. Alright, that went a lot better, guys. Come to a full stop and left shift and golf, speed up time. I'm going to go rearmament menu. Right, I'm going to go unload cargo. I'm going to unload Cap's AMRAAMs. I'm going to unload them. And they're not unloading. What have I done wrong here? Oh, it doesn't matter. I misclicked it. I am hoping now that if I go to Tbilisi, resources, no AMRAAMs. If I go to Vaziani, resources, 10 AMRAAMs. And it tells you what they had at the start as well. I've moved my AMRAAMs. And that's in the current version, viewers. It's obviously going to be expanded on and things will be changed. But that's the core of the dynamic cargo now. I hope that was exciting and bye-bye.